Hello everybody. It's like barely 6:30 right now, even though it feels like it's complete nighttime. But tonight I want to talk about something that happens to me every winter time, and that's loneliness. I can't think of a single winter time when I felt connected and safe with the people around me, right? If I had people around me at all. Most winters I've been pretty much alone. I always have online friends, but you can't really spend the holidays with your online friends in the way that you would spend it with other people around you physically, right? Holidays with my family were never really fun. As an adult, I've either been alone or I just never felt connected to the people around me or never felt safe with the people around me, right? Never felt like merry, right? Now I have my own personal traditions that I do every year to help me feel a little more festive and to help me get through the winter time and through the holidays. But I still just deal with these waves of loneliness every year. And that used to come along with other feelings, depression, anxiety, and things like that. But since I've worked on my trauma and my sort of perspective, and since I've become a generally happier person, the feeling has now just reduced to pure loneliness, but it has strengthened in its intensity. And I feel like this loneliness is the last thing that I have to deal with. I've put in a lot of work, mentally and materially speaking. I've gone to extreme lengths to become a happier person, become a more peaceful person, and to put my mind in order. And I can coexist with these uncomfortable feelings when they pop up. But that doesn't mean that they're not uncomfortable. And this loneliness that I've been feeling is really, really intense. This year, it's really, really intense. But loneliness is not a problem you can solve on your own. It requires the cooperation of other people. But as things are, I look around me and nobody is cooperating. Everybody is too stressed out. Everybody's too neurotic. Everybody has their own traumas and their own neuroses. So many narcissistic people out there, and narcissism is a defense mechanism. Everybody's hurt and struggling so badly with the state of the world, with the economy the way it is, with the politics the way they are, that they don't have space or time to deal with those problems, and they don't have space or time to really form community. And people are arguing with each other. There's always family drama around the holidays, even if you have a family, right? I'm sure a lot of people can relate to feeling lonely even when you're around other people, which has happened to me as well. You know, I just feel like people are really, really struggling mentally. And as much as I'm ready to connect with people, as much as I really want it and I'm really ready for it, other people are not ready for it because of the state of the world. And I would never recommend that people go to the extreme lengths that I went to become a happier, more peaceful person. But I really wish that there was a route for the average person. Because for somebody who's unwilling to do what I did, which is becoming homeless and isolating myself and essentially removing myself from society as much as possible so that I could prioritize my mental health over everything else, that's not something that everybody's going to be able to do. Not everybody's going to be willing or able really to do that. They're going to have to keep their jobs, right? They're going to have to, maintain their connection with a shitty family because it's their only financial threat or something like that, right? Everybody's in a situation. What I went through to achieve this sort of peace and readiness for connection is not something that is accessible to everybody. And I really wish it was. Or I guess I wish an easier version of it was available, because the fact that I had to go to these extreme lengths is ridiculous. And now that I've done it, I'm much better off for it as an individual, and I would love to share that with other people, but I need people to cooperate, and nobody's able to cooperate. How am I going to find friends when everybody's so stressed out and tired all the time? I don't know. It's just kind of frustrating for me because I just feel like I've done everything I possibly can to become a happy, fulfilled person, and I'm really close. I'm really almost there. And I would like my life to really truly begin. But the state of the world, the external circumstances, it's making everybody crazy. It's making everybody neurotic, anxious, depressed, narcissistic, psychopathic, and just tired and exhausted. And nobody has time to, first of all, do what I did in terms of the mental work, but also just to connect with other people on a genuine level. Everybody is just fighting and pushing against each other and trying to keep themselves safe. And I understand it. I understand why people are this way, because the systemic pressures that we're all under. I had to remove myself from those systemic pressures, and that came with its own consequences that I can't recommend it. But I've done everything I can, and now I'm just sort of waiting for the world to get better. Every winter I go through this, and this year it's different because this year I really feel like I'm not the problem, right? Like my inability to connect with people is not the problem this year. This year my loneliness is because nobody else is ready to connect. You know, I wasn't unusual in that. And now I am unusual because I am ready for it. What do you guys think? Do you get lonely around the holidays too? Do you get lonely even like when you're with your family and everything? How do you connect with people around the holidays and in wintertime? If you do, let me know.